Disney is going to be laying off a whole bunch of people. It makes you wonder, oh my God, how many employees do they have? They must have a lot because they are laying off 28,000 employees from their Disney Parks division because of California's unwillingness to open Disneyland. They will not let them reopen Disneyland in California. Now, what's interesting is this story is making it around in the media, but if you notice in the media, they just kind of make references to COVID this, COVID that. They do not say, well, it's because California is unwilling to reopen Disneyland. So they can't just keep these people on payroll forever. Now, even more so, if you look, there was this article, I saw this a week ago, and I was like, well, I don't know what's going to happen from this, but it's looking like they're kind of calling out California because there's a problem there. Disney chief, this is from a Hollywood Reporter, obviously, and this is going back 1 week ago today, September 22nd. Disney Parks chief to California governor, help us reopen. Now, you know they say stuff like this privately. Obviously, in conversations, they get word from this guy knows that guy politically and stuff like that. When you're a multi-billion-dollar company like Disney, for them to have an open letter like this is basically letting the world know, like, hey, yes, we're doing this because we are a company that only wants to make profits, but, it ain't all our fault if you're going to make it impossible for us to operate. So they wrote this open letter saying, we need guidelines that are fair and equitable. Walt Disney Parks chief on Tuesday made it clear to Governor Gavin Newsom that the company wants clearance to reopen Disneyland Resort now, immediately. Some kind of information. Help us reopen, he said, addressing the state. We need guidelines that are fair and equitable. He went on to say that the longer we wait, the more damage will be done economically to the local economy and furloughed employees. And they know that in California. So for whatever reason, that's the agenda, is let's have mass layoffs. And, we can blame Disney a little bit, but at the same point, it's like, well, if what you are is my job is I'm a cartoon character, like how am I supposed to redeploy that person? If they're making, not a fortune and they live in California and they work at the theme park, like how am I supposed to move that person into another role somewhere in the company? It's not that practical. Plus all the people that live and work obviously locally there. So it's not California's fault, except to the extent that it kind of is their fault. They need to get a little bit more realistic or just at least be a little bit more upfront with that. Hey, we have an agenda here. We're looking to have a weaker and weaker economy because it's better for what their agenda ever is. I can't say what it is. It's not about money. It's about power. So to the current article, and by the way, subscribe to the channel. It's a huge help to me. I appreciate you doing that. Click the bell for notifications. The Southern California destination has been shuttered since mid-March. The Walt Disney Company on Tuesday announced that 28,000 employees from the Parks, Experience, and Product segment at all levels will be laid off. What's more, the company placed the blame for the decision on California not allowing Disneyland to reopen at this time. This is coming from Hollywood Reporter, or a left-leaning, outlet in general. These are the guys that are praising, the whole idea of changing how they're going to do the Oscars and all that, and the Academy Awards. And here they are just straight telling it kind of how it is. And again, you're not really seeing that in the main media, and we should be seeing that in mainstream media because it's what's going on. The news comes exactly 1 week after Josh D'Amaro, chairman of Disney Parks, Experiences, and Products, essentially demanded that Disneyland be allowed to reopen. Governor Gavin Newsom did not even respond. Wow. Didn't even respond. In light of the prolonged impact of the big health event on our business, including limited capacity due to physical distancing requirements and the continued uncertainty regarding the duration of the pandemic, exacerbated in California by the state's unwillingness to lift restrictions that would allow Disneyland to open, we have made the very difficult decision to begin the process of reducing our workforce at our Parks, Experience, and Product segment at all levels, having kept non-working cast members on furlough since April while paying health care benefits, reads a statement from D'Amaro released Tuesday. So they're not going to be able to have health insurance then. Approximately 28,000 domestic employees will be affected by the decision. According to the company, about 67% are part-time workers. We are talking with impacted employees as well as to the unions on the next steps for union-represented cast members. What do you do? What good is a union? if it's like, listen, your business has been declared illegal, we can't let you operate. So what is a union supposed to do? Let the union write the government, I guess, the governor of California. Over the past several months, we've been forced to make a number of necessary adjustments to our business. And as difficult as this decision is today, we believe the steps we're taking will enable us to emerge a more effective and efficient operation when we return to normal. So a move like this means that Disneyland's Parks Division assumes they are not going to reopen for, at a minimum, 3 months. 3 months. They're not expecting like next month things will, quote, get better. They know that, yeah, it's going to be at least 3 months before they have any sort of reasonable opportunity to operate the business. They are not going to continue covering expenses for the furloughed employees. So they're going to be out. Really, really terrible and unnecessary. Notice this. A request for comment from Newsom's office about the layoffs was not immediately returned. So Newsom won't even communicate about this because he's on the losing side of this. Yes, of course, it's dangerous for people to be running around all over the place and going to theme parks to some degree. But it's the responsibility of the governor to make the state livable. And it's not livable if businesses can't operate. And of course, there's tons of businesses that are affected that are located around the theme park as well, right? And then the businesses that the employees would be frequenting. So this is a huge, huge destructive event to the California economy. And honestly, if you can't, this is how you know it's sketchy. If Newsom can't even speak up about it, why can't he even say, like, well, due to the restrictions that we feel health is important? Like, he's not even talking. He won't even respond to Disney. Like, if you're not going to respond to a company that's as large an employer as Disney is, and important a company as Disney is, and powerful a company as Disney is, imagine how employers in California must feel in general. It's horrific. Last week, DeMauro said to the state and lawmakers, help us reopen. We need guidelines that are fair and equitable. He went on to say, the longer we wait, the more damage will be done to the local economy for furloughed employees. Absolutely. Currently, every county in California is assigned to a tier based on its test positivity and adjusted case rate, which is what the state is using to allow businesses to reopen. Orange County's current tier allows for indoor shopping and outdoor dining, which is how the downtown Disney shopping and dining district is allowed to operate. So they got the downtown Disney dining, district open. So there you go. That's going to help with maybe 100 employees or 1,000 or something, but not 28,000. Disneyland has been shuttered since mid-March. A plan was in place to begin reopening Disneyland in July, but that was all sidelined when novel coronavirus cases skyrocketed statewide, forcing state and local officials, forcing them to roll back business operations permissions. Look, it's sketchy because they're not communicating about it. If they were communicating about it, making a joint statement with Disney, talking about how they're committed to this and such, and making people feel okay about it, it's one thing. But the fact that they won't even respond and they're hiding, that's super sketchy. All right, tell me what you think in the comments below. Do you think like that government should at least respond when there are 28,000 jobs that are on the line? At least like make a public statement and saying, look, we're committed to the company, but we can't accommodate you right now. Please understand. We're sorry that. We're going to help you with these other benefits or direct you. And like, they're not even paying any attention to them. They're just ghosting them and not returning the call. So tell me what you think in the comments below about that. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, click the bell for notifications because you're helping me a lot when you're doing that. And also, if you want to check out my work, you can check out collegeofthedead.com to see College of the Dead Graduation Day, a 48-page full-color comic. It's where college costs you an arm and a leg, so to speak. It's an ongoing zombie apocalypse series. It's full color. If you haven't got it yet, you're missing out. So check it out. We can ship it out to you immediately. And sign up at epicmermaids.com. This book, The Mermaids, is coming out soon, October 2020. So I want to get you on the email list so you can get an email, let you know when it comes out. And check it out. It's a full color ongoing series. And it's like Mermaids mixed with Game of Thrones. It's really cool. It's all done. It's almost ready to go. It will be launching October 2020. All right, I'll see you again soon with another video. And if I don't see you, I will miss you.